Hi guys, it's me, Hail Mary Me to all of you. Of course, it is the 14th of April, 2014. And of course, tomorrow, just to let you know what's going on, it will be a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse, which means it will be a red moon tomorrow. Red moon, of course, is because the fact that there'll be less sunlight getting to the moon, which means you'll get to see more of the moon's natural surface color, which is kind of a regolith. And so that's going to be what's coming out tomorrow. We're in the old studio because we are. This is the only studio of the two that has air conditioning. The other studio has no air conditioning at all, and it gets really, really oppressively hot in there. I suppose you could put a window air conditioner into the old studio or into the new studio, but it just turned out that there's no window in there, so the air conditioner would probably end up in the kitchen, which, of course, could benefit from an air conditioner too, but I don't cook much, so. Today we're going to talk about me and Lumi's existence. Last night I was thinking about how to explain it, and I wasn't able to really come up with a clear, concise answer. For example, now Lumi is a masculine spirit. Now, does that mean that she's a man? No. Does that mean she's been a man in her prior lives? Yes. Does that mean that she's been a woman in her prior lives? Yes. Have I been a man in prior lives? Yes. Am I a woman obviously in this life? Yes. So, what is the importance of gender versus biological sex? Okay, now, there's honestly the only time biological sex really obviously is of importance is the process of copulation. It's not something that our society now has got this fixation on it. It goes, of course, I think men are always interested in women and women are always interested in men. It's just a natural way it's supposed to happen. It doesn't always work that way, but for the large part, that's the whole point, is that a man finds a woman that he loves and she carries his child to term. He starts a family, he's a happy daddy, and he's got everything going. Okay, but there's people obviously who walk by a different drummer. Me and Lumi are certainly one example of that. The people of the LGBT lesbians, gay, bisexual, transgender, hermaphrodites, intersex are certainly walking by another set of drummers. But what's important is not so much is what you got between your legs. It's the way you see yourself. That is where we get into this concept of, for example, some transgendered men who say, I'm a woman trapped in a man's body and I'm miserable. Okay. Well, why is that a big deal? If all things were gender neutral and sex neutral, it wouldn't make a plug nickel of a difference. The problem is our society always seems to want to know, is it a boy or a girl? And then they wonder how a transgendered person, for example, is to answer the question. A transgender person feels female. Her gender is female, but she has a male body. Okay, which means, does that mean that biologically we can say it's a man? I mean, she hates the term man. I don't blame her or him. What if it's the opposite? What if it's a male gender born in a female body? Wouldn't you hate being called female? Well, that depends. Some people, it's a hot button topic, and other people really don't think about it much. I am a hermaphrodite, okay? And I am a female gender. Lumi is a masculine gender. Okay? This body from the factory was built for that purpose. This is the reason why was configured. So that Lumi has the ability to enjoy some of the things that she's comfortable with, if you will. And then, of course, I have the things that I'm comfortable with. And just like any kind of a union, there has to be a little bit of give and take. Okay, a little yin and yang here. In in Chinese, it is the yin and the yang. The man is the yang, and the woman is the yin. Okay, or say that way around. I don't know. I think you got it right. I think it is definitely is right. Yang is the man, and yin is the woman, or something like that. The point is, if you look at the symbol, it shows a white or black and white circle, like two waves interlocked. The whole point is that you make it complete when you work together. Right. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question, since this obviously affects you as well. How do you feel about it? Well, I don't really. I kind of consider myself kind of androgynous, more like a tomboy kind of thing, not so much a masculine. But I mean, obviously, I have traits of that. You were, of course, like me, you were many biological sexes. Yes. Okay. So, but the point is that you consider yourself more like a tomboy or like a soft butch. Yeah, I'd say more like a soft butch, not a hard butch. But I do have some of the male features, which make me, I got a feeling our audience is going to probably take a 357 Magnum and blow their heads off. Information overload! I can't handle this. It's not that bad. No, it's not. The thing is, how do you feel when you're trying to explain yourself to others? It's complicated because they look at your body and your body's female, and then they go, "Oh, wait a minute, let me use a tomboy type of butch, like a masculine type man spirit type of, not really, definitely soft butch. No, I definitely say more like, honestly, I think it's more like a medium butch, not really soft butch, not really hard butch, but kind of in the middle. In other words, I would be the kind of person that wears the slacks and the jeans. But you, obviously, you don't. I don't, because obviously you don't have any. I don't have any. But the point is that you do work together with me and you and stuff like that. Yeah. What do you think about the where our lives are going? I think our life has been pretty good together. I mean, we have certainly enjoyed many of the fine pleasures of being together, of having collaborating and working together on, activities and things like that. And it always made me feel very good. And always made me feel like I was part of something wonderful. And I know that you benefited too from it. Yeah. I think that, like you said, I think it's an example of what I call here we are, it's the 21st century, and there's so many people who are saying is that all the new, all the new discussion going on about gender and sexuality, and how do you think that affects us? I don't think it really affects us at all, honestly, because I think, if anything, it allows us to be ourselves. Because, we are a couple. We are a complete, compatible unit. We are a family unit. And that's what makes our lives so rich. I remember that, before we joined, one of the things you were trying to find is that missing piece in your life. Right. I remember that. Yeah, we talked about that about 2 years ago. Well, I'm going to still stand behind what I said. First, so you are looking for that missing piece in your life. Trying to say to yourself is, okay, where is Miss Right? Where is that person that is eventually going to be my suitor? Where is that person? And the person that you're looking for was not traditional person. And it was, of course, me. It was you, right? But I mean, I think it's a very common thing for a lot of people, though, is they're looking for that, special person, and they're not sure where it is. And they're going, gee, I thought it was Tom over there. It's not. Maybe it's Joey. Oh, maybe it's Richard. Maybe it's that girl Susan I was hanging out with at the grocery store. In other words, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. And that's in other words, we look on the physical level for what we think we need. But for some people's life charts, the other part of you is from within you. Okay? Let me give an example if I can. Okay, Jesus gave this example. I'm going to modify it a little bit, okay? Take, for example, the concept that you got seeds. Okay, and you want to make a crop grow. So you take your seeds and you put some in rocky soil, and it doesn't really take hold, doesn't grow, i.e., a quickie relationship that lasts very short and breaks up really, really quickly and painfully. Then you plant it on rock and it doesn't even germinate. Okay? It doesn't even grow at all. In other words, they remain kind of like acquaintances, but that's about all. Yeah. Then you find the nicest, best, rich soil. It's very loamy and beautifully brown and it's fertile. And you put the seed there. And the seed grows, say, for example, into a giant corn plant or a pepper plant or any other plant, okay? That is what people do with relationships on the earth level, is they're doing the same thing. They're trying to find the right seed. But the one they say, look within you, they go like, what? How can I look within me? I'm looking for someone else to share my life, and yet... And they don't get it. And then when they look at us, they say, well, you guys are happy. But Lumi is in the same body you are in, but yet you're happy. You're no longer miserable. Right. So they start to ask questions like, okay, if Lumi is in your body and you guys live together and cohabitate in the same body, and you do everything together. I mean, you know what I mean. Everything. Literally everything. From getting up in the morning to using the bathroom to brushing your teeth to eating. Right. Okay, so... And yet there's a union. There's a bond that keeps us strong. That's the whole thing that the person, say, on Match.com or... Zoosk or any other dating sites, date hookup was looking for. Okay? They're looking for that person that's going to make their lives feel complete. But for some people, especially for hermaphrodites and transgenders as well, those dating sites are not going to work out for you because you have enough situations in your life that some of you are very insecure because you haven't quite come to, understand who you are and why you are the way you are. And so those people kind of get upset, they try so hard to, act like they're, they try too hard. They try too hard. What do you mean? Like, for example, a female transgender... Well, no, can I ask you a question? What do we mean by female transgendered? Are we talking about their biology or are we talking about their sex? That's a great question. I think when you see female transgendered, I think you're talking about their gender in their head or their mind. Their mind's gender. Wait. Okay. That's the term I'm going to use here. Female transgender who goes out of her way and puts on stiletto heels and dresses to the nine, takes a profile picture, has her hair all dressed nice, and then all of a sudden they're not sure if they should tell anybody about their transgenderism. And then, of course, she finds a man that's interested in her. And then he finds out that since she never had any kind of surgical procedure, he's very greatly disappointed and says to her things like, "You lied to me. You never told me you had that." Yeah, I'm in there. Yeah, you have, unfortunately. Or what about a male transgender? Same thing, okay? He goes out dating services. Sites. He's dressed, wearing a nice, biker's jacket and sunglasses and a cap, and he looks good. Okay, he's handsome, and all of a sudden, he finds this nice lady, and the next thing you know, same problem. Oh, you didn't tell me you did not have that capability. You lied to me. You deceived me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So where would both of these people go? Does that mean they should go out there and say to somebody on a website, oh yes, by the way, I'm a transgender as well? That's a great question, because I ran into that also because I'm a hermaphrodite. You, on the other hand, your profile says it right in big, bold, loud letters on the profile that is almost as long as a governmental contract. This is long. It is very long. But the point is that you can't, someone who's fully read your profile can't say, "Oh, excuse me, I didn't see that." It's right there at the beginning of the page. It's right, hermaphrodite. Yep. So, that's the reason why it doesn't help in our society. He's pushing this gender and sex business. What's wrong with just getting to know the person? It takes too long. People don't want to take too long to find a person out. That's why they have speed dating now. Yeah, I know. Talk all about yourself in 3 minutes. And then I'll just realize you left out important details. Yeah, exactly. So, that makes it really hard, because part of you is like, oh, I really wanted to tell so-and-so about my medical conditions, but I was so more or less talking about my videos on YouTube, damn it. Exactly. Okay, so what should people do? Transgender and hermaphrodites is like, well, I think that the first thing those people have to do is just be yourself. Focus on being honest and true to your existence and to yourself. And if you do that, you'll get so further. Thanks, Lou. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to like and share. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.